I absolutely do hope that they do put him in an orange suit, because I think that the mistake that they keep making, which I think is remarkable, they do something to the guy. They put another case on top of him. Next thing you know, the very next day he's raising $30 million just out of
Yeah.
that one event. They do something else to the guy. Now you have more people saying, "Wait a minute, that doesn't don't say that that's fair. That's not fair. It doesn't look right." So you have people that will normally have zero sympathy for this man
Hmm.
saying, "Wait a minute, what happened to Hunter Biden? What's going on with all the stuff that what about all the corruption charges, suggestions that our current president? What about the documents? What about they saying that we're not charging you not because you didn't do something wrong. We're charging you because you're too old and you don't remember things. And that's not. I mean, how do you? And you still want to use that as an argument? What about the fact that, guys, the mess that we have? I think is also important to address what's going on right now with these mess that we have going on when it comes to immigration in New York, and obviously cities like Chicago, New York. But again, Jason, you happen to be there.
Yeah.
Right around the corner from your office is one of those facilities that has been housing a lot of these immigrants. It's a hotel. It's not a shelter. It's absolutely a hotel that, under normal circumstances, is probably anywhere from $250 to $500, $400 per night, and
Correct.
it has been housing people for God knows how long. It's one of the hotels that I will, if I was going to New York and I was going to be near his office, that would be one of the hotels that we will consider before this whole thing will happen, because it happens to be in an area, phenomenal restaurants. You can walk to a lot of beautiful places. You can walk to his office. You can that was just a great location. Guess what? You can't use it now as a consumer because the whole thing is being used. I'm asking you this question from the following perspective. There is a lot of people in New York that you can definitely accuse them that they knew how to milk the system, they abuse the system, and they're getting a little taste of what that looks like right now. But there was always a lot of people that really needed help. And they looking at this situation and saying, wait a minute, I was born here for whatever reason. Either I couldn't get it together or I was just unlucky. I couldn't find a way to get a break. These people that just got here are even demanding to get more. I can't get nothing. Like Lorena stated before, I would be very happy if I could get 6 months of rent free or mortgage free anywhere. I'll take that deal without complaining. I'll say thank you to whoever. You can't
Yep.
get that. You get evicted, you lose your house. Well, in New York to get evicted right now, that's a whole different story. But
Absolutely.
what do you hear out of those conversations specifically go? Because there's no way in hell the average person in New York who absolutely needs, who has been a faithful supporter of this Democrat Party, there's
Yeah.
no way in hell that they're okay with this kind of stuff.
It's absolutely insane. New York is looking like the place where people are saying, "How can I take advantage of this place?" Because they're just giving everything away to people who do they truly deserve it? I don't know. I have conversations with people who are immigrants and who were immigrants who are saying, "Hey, I had to bust my tail and work and wait year after year, including yourself, years to get citizenship." I have this one gentleman, he was a super in my building here, and he's paid over $10,000 just on lawyer fees.
What? That's low.
That's low, just on lawyer fees.
Discounted. That was a while ago.
I was gonna say, I'm like, how long? I paid like $40,000 10 years
Insane.
ago.
Insane. And you could testify on this just to get some form of citizenship. And then you have people who are just coming in and just saying, "Hey, it's take it. I want this, I want that, I want this," and they're receiving it, right? Which makes it absolutely insane. I mean, at the end of the day, look, you have where you have mounting problems happening here. You got high inflation, you got crime, and then on top of that, you also have the idea of other people are just coming here not having to worry about inflation because they're receiving a check every month. They're getting food stamps. Meanwhile, you have veterans that are homeless. Meanwhile, you have people that have been here for a number of years that aren't getting anything. Meanwhile, you have people who should be in facilities that are getting kicked out of their facilities, and it's being housed by a group of individuals. I'm all for my parents are immigrants. They came to the United States for a better path, and I had an amazing childhood. They did amazing things for myself and for the United States of America. But you have a lot of people who are coming here just looking to say, how can I take? How can I take? You have individuals who are posting on social media, hey, come down here, have babies. You can, and this is reality. This is actually things that are happening. You can get welfare. They'll give you money. That one individual who was saying all of this, actually, they saw him on social media and he got kicked out of the country. But this is happening way too often, way too much, and it just needs to stop.
The guy that was promoting this squatter laws and
yes.
yeah, all those other things. Yeah, I mean that's Lorena's cousin. That Lorena, what do you like this whole situation in New York? Like, I'm dying to hear your perspective about how do you see it.
I don't understand what you guys' infatuation with New York is. It's like New York has always been dirty. It's been since I've been here, or when I was able to go see it. I think after 9/11. When is it that Giuliani left office?
Wow, that was 90s,
Yeah. So it's like I think most people that come to this country, and I want to make sure that people don't mistake, because it's happening in, by the way, every community, where there's a lot of people that come to this country because they're really looking for something. They really are solving a problem. They want to bring value to the table. They want to bring value to their families. They're like, what do I have to do? Where do I have to work in order for us to be able to do that? You have some clown doing stuff on social media. Unfortunately, influencers are real. And they're influencing. There's some phenomenal influencers that everybody should allow themselves to have some level of influence over themselves with those guys. And then there's some that will be promoting squatter laws. By the way, that's the greatest thing about America. Freedom of speech, freedom of you being able to do whatever the hell you want. So going back to the whole whatever is happening in New York, one of the biggest things that I'll say is it'll turn around and come back. Right now it really sucks. Unfortunately, I don't know what it will take for New Yorkers to really pay attention to what's happening and start really realizing that elections do have consequence. That is the one thing that I will be asking everybody. Look at this. Look at the beautiful hotel where your family member can no longer stay in because of whatever it is. Look at the restaurants. We're used to the streets having trash on it. I never understood that, but it's just got worse. You know what I mean? So it's like, look at all of these things that are happening. At some point, les tiene que caer la locha. I don't know how you say that in English, but it has to, the shoe has to fit, the shoe has to drop, whatever it is they're saying. Explain that elections have consequences and bad policies have consequences. And so the people that are responsible for what is happening right now is the guys that are voting. You know what I mean? Every nation gets the government it deserves. Unfortunately, that is what's happening right now in New York. I'm hoping that the concept of tough times create tough people create good times create weak people create tough times. I think there's a lot of weak people running around in New York right now, as badass as everybody believes New Yorkers to be. Right now, there's a bunch of weak people that are breeding, and tough times are here. By the way, it's not coming. It's already here. I just know that America is this hero-making machine. At some point, a couple of people are going to be pissed off enough to be able to take action, and good times are going to come. This is the greatest country in the world. Make no mistake about it. New York is going to be fine. It's just going to take a little while for it to get back to its glory.
It's just like what you said. It's like, if you're being affected, have a voice, like speak up, say something, and allow your point to be heard, because we talked about this before as well. It's like, we need more leaders. We need more people to stand up and say, hey, I don't like how things are happening. Let me challenge the status quo. And you have enough people that are doing that, then you're going to have some movement. You're going to have some changes.
But I just want to highlight for you guys that however messy the whole situation really got, and sometimes you need a crisis to be able to make it that obvious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
that things are not well. They're not going in the right direction. However messy this whole situation got, I want you to know that the good news about it is that we never seen this many people really making it clear we are extremely angry. You're talking about schools that were taking over. You're talking about churches that were taking over. You're talking about again fancy hotels where people are being housed. You're talking about monies that are given away, and you have a bunch of people right now. What just happened with Donald Trump and the bunch of people that went to welcome him? I mean, you contrast that with whatever Joe Biden has going on. No matter where he goes, it appears that the only people that happen to be there is
It's
the Secret Service crew and whoever his handlers happen to be. It's almost like
bunch of pillows.
nobody is excited about what's going on. And the reason why is because people at this point are saying, you know what, it's extremely clear that we have a problem, and this problem was created by one group, not the other, by a set of politics, not the other, and by a very specific agenda that at this point you cannot argue it to be an agenda that is pro-America or pro, a balanced society, or a society that would be respectful of laws.